If Instagram went down tomorrow, I'm talking about completely gone, not the little blackout, not the little blip that we've seen in the past, but completely vanished tomorrow, would you still have a business? If you answer no, then this video is for you. Welcome back to DeeBella Digital. I am Dee, your business strategist. Today we are talking about how social media oftentimes give a false sense of security when it comes to building your clientele, building your audience. And especially how in this day and age, social media should be a tool for your business, yes, but not your only strategy. Let's get into it. So as you may or may not know, when it comes to Instagram, you ultimately do not own your followers, the platform does. A great example is the update that was recently implemented not too long ago where Meta ultimately stripped all inactive users. The thing is though, as we all know, Instagram normally push updates that come with a few bugs, which is expected when it comes to technology and updates in general. But along with this, people were waking up and seeing their pages completely gone and they were not inactive. And ultimately there was nothing that anyone can do about it. Of course, they want to get rid of the bots, but what about the real people behind some of those pages as well that are now completely gone? And on the other end, you thought this was someone who was your follower, you thought this was a client, you thought this was a customer, and now they're just completely gone. And imagine if you don't have a website, you don't have other tools for your business for them to find you. You just have social media and you just have in your bio where it says DM to order. Now they're completely gone. They probably don't even remember your name. They only remember maybe your colors, maybe something that you said, and they know, oh, it's this body butter. Now the body butter label is completely gone. They have no way to find you. Ultimately, when it comes to Instagram, there is nothing you can do to get those followers back. You just have to deal with it, right? On top of dealing with updates as such, we have been battling with Instagram algorithm for how long now? Trying to figure out how to please this algorithm. This algorithm ultimately has to like you to say, you know what, I'm going to push your video, your carousel, whatever you post to a new audience. And sometimes we work so hard on our posts just to go look at it, and it's not pushing our stuff to no new audience, just our current followers. And then our followers are saying, oh, well, we didn't see it because the pages are no longer in chronological order. It's just so much uncertainty based around social media. Your account today can literally get hacked, flagged, or deleted, like I previously mentioned. And again, what are you going to do about it? Customer service through Meta, good luck. I remember in the past, something happened to my page. I found a number to supposedly Meta customer service, and I remember it was just like a voicemail that I ended up leaving. It was a very detailed voicemail, but my page, it ended up getting fixed probably like a day or two later. Now, I don't know if that's a coincidence or somebody on the other end of Meta is actually listening to those voicemails, but I'm pretty sure the whole platform has a lot of complaints. So again, when it comes to customer service, if your page get deleted, flagged, hacked, good luck. Again, it's not a reliable source. So what is your plan outside of that? Just in the past 3 years, the reach on Instagram have went down by up to 50%. It's basically where we've gotten to a point where we have to work harder for even less visibility. And with all of that, your goal shouldn't even be to be popular on social media, to go viral on social media. For your business, you should want to be findable, profitable, and sustainable without just relying on social media. So let's talk about your audience being borrowed versus your audience being owned. When it comes to your audience being borrowed, that's through platforms like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We've seen TikTok before, how everything just completely switched up in the past few years. People are coming and going. Think about MySpace. MySpace was popping early 2000s, and look at it now. Nobody ever mentions it. Well, as of lately, like, Tom, can you bring it back? But even then, nothing is reliable. It could be here today, gone tomorrow. But let's talk about you actually owning your audience. You have things like your email list, your Google profile, word of mouth, and your website. Those are things that you can absolutely own your audience. So let's talk about those a little more in depth. So let's talk about 4 ways to build your audience beyond social media. First is email marketing. That is one platform where no algorithm control. A list of simply 500 subscribers can convert better than 10,000 Instagram followers that may or may not see your content anyways, right? So to get started, 3 simple steps. 1, you're going to build a lead magnet. Then you're going to create a landing page and put that lead magnet on your landing page. And from there, you are going to send out emails or go ahead and put that link on all platforms, everywhere you can. Talk about it to your customers, word of mouth when you're out and about, everywhere that you can, right? So that you are continuously building that email list. Email marketing has a return on investment of 4,200%. That is $42 for every dollar spent. And you control it. It's not where the algorithm is telling you, well, this isn't good enough. For this week, what I want you to do is create that lead magnet, add it to your page, and then send it at least to 5 people this week. Next is optimizing your Google profile. We talked about how to build one in the past. Be sure to check out that video if you haven't already. Google Business Profile is free real estate that small businesses oftentimes look over. And it is now a thing of the past where you have to have a physical location to be added to your Google Business Profile. So I know there are some people who work out of their homes, they don't have a physical location. You can still have a Google Business Profile. The thing is, you want to remain visible. So when people are going on Google searching hairstylist near me or bakery in Tampa, the question is, are you visible? Are you going to show up in those Google results? And when building your profile, you do want to make sure that it is optimized. So that's focusing on your title, your description, the pictures that you're adding. This is searchable visibility that works for you 24/7 without you even having to post. Once you set it up, you can simply forget it. You do want to update it probably like once every quarter or once a year, just to make sure that your hours are still up to date, that your description is still up to date, add new product or service pictures, but pretty much leave it and forget it, and it continues to work for you again 24/7. Next, we have a referral system and loyalty program. If you have a Wix website, be sure to check out the previous video where we talked about setting up Wix loyalty and referral program below. But word of mouth marketing is still one of the oldest yet powerful marketing tools that people oftentimes forget. Most businesses today leave it to chance instead of actually building a system around it. You have repeat clients, but are you giving them some type of incentive to keep coming back? Maybe come back a little sooner. It could be as simple as offering 10% off your next service. Or I've seen where, for instance, some nail techs that they may do after 5 services, get a certain percentage off. It's as simple as that. It's not just about getting them to return to you, but a simple thank you as well, letting them know that they're appreciated. Now, a referral system may be a little bit different. Let's say they refer somebody, and then based on that referral, then you want to give the person who referred them a percentage off. People are 4 times more likely to buy or be serviced by you when they are referred by somebody they know. So what I want you to do is reach out to 5 of your top clients this week and simply ask them if they know anyone that can benefit from your service. If they say yes, think about some type of incentive. You don't want to just ask them for something like that and then for them to get nothing in return, because then they may feel like, well, they're working for you. But try to give them some type of incentive to simply say thank you. And last but not least is just simply showing up in real life and then also using other people to build your audience. So this past week, I attended a networking event, and with that event, I was able to basically meet other business owners. Now, my business is business to business, so this was perfect for me. Not only to get to know people, but to build future clientele as well. I ended up working that room, getting to know different people who were there, what their business was. It wasn't just about, hey, follow me, I follow you, but getting an understanding of what they do. Because first of all, when you're going to networking events, of course you want to have a goal in mind. My goal was to basically network, get to know more people, but you don't want to make it so transactional, right? You want to really build relationships with people. In-person visibility is going to build trust that algorithm could never. Algorithm may show you one time and then done, but that conversation, that relationship you're building is going to give them something to remember. So what I want you to do within the next month is find one networking event you can attend to get to know people. When it comes to leveraging other people's audiences, I recently did this at the networking event that I mentioned. So basically, the owner of the networking event allowed us to be able to use the collaborator feature on Instagram. The way it works is when I made a post, I was able to add them as a collaborator. So it not only showed to my audience and on my page, but also to their audience on their page as well. That's creating a greater visibility for me because they have a larger following, but our audience somewhat aligns, right? Other ways that you could do this is through podcast interviews, collaborations, guest emails, as well as partnerships. Now, you do want to make sure, again, that your target audience aligns with theirs. This builds credibility because they're already used to the person that they're already following. Maybe it's the podcast they're already watching. They're used to that person already. But now those same people are now being driven to your platform. So ultimately, you don't need a big audience. You just need access to someone with an aligned audience. So what I want you to do this week is reach out to 3 people in your network who audience aligns with what you do and who will benefit from your products or your services. Reach out to them this week. Now, every strategy I gave you will work better if you have these 3 things. 1, a customer experience. Yes, you may be getting your clients or your potential customers through email marketing. Maybe it's that interview or even that collaborator post. But once you have them, make sure you're doing the work or make sure you have your experience set up in place so you're not only attracting them, but you're keeping them as well. Next, process improvement. You need to make sure you already have a system in place for those new clients and potential customers without burning you out from the manual process that may currently exist. And last, your digital presence strategy. Visibility without strategy is, maybe that's just noise. So if you're ready to build a business that doesn't depend on the algorithm and you're trying to figure out which one should you start with, I recommend starting with email marketing. Again, creating that leading magnet, putting it on your landing page or creating a landing page if you don't already have one, and then making sure you're sharing that everywhere so you're continuously building your email list. And if you haven't already joined my email list, click the link below so you're notified first when these videos drop every week, as well as tips and offers straight to your email box. If this video helped you, be sure to subscribe because this is exactly what we're talking about each and every week to make sure you are improving not just your customer experiences, not just your processes, but your visibility as well. So I'll see you here again next week, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Until then.